I just finished up deep cleaning my van. I wiped down all the countertops, I did my dishes, cleaned the sink, I swept the floors, vacuumed the floors, and Swiffer wiped the floors. I also cleaned out my shoebox, which has had a lot of dirt built up inside of it. And I watered my plants. All of those little things have just really built up, and I find that with living in a smaller space, I also have to clean more often than I would when I live in a bigger space. It's quicker to get dirty and it's also quicker to clean, so there's pros and cons to it. One thing that I have added to my cleaning collection recently is this vacuum by VacLife. It is very compact, as you can see, and it's also cordless, which is very helpful to vacuum around the van. There are so many things I need a vacuum for, especially the front section of my van. The shoebox really helps to have a vacuum, as well as just the floor. There's little cracks and nooks that a broom really just can't get to. This vacuum comes with two attachments. One of them has a brush and one of them is just a bit longer and thinner to get to hard to reach places. And yeah, I've just really been enjoying this and cleaning with this vacuum. So if you want to get a VacLife vacuum for yourself, I have 15% off with the code Sarah15%, and I'll leave all of those links in my description box below. In the description box below. I think I said my. Anyways, now that I have the van all cleaned, I am going to I just like can't talk. Now that I have the van cleaned today, I am going to rock climb with Maddie, which I'm so excited about. So we are waiting for two of my other friends, James and Lucas, and we are going to go climbing at a spot that I'm pretty familiar with in Arizona in the Superstition Mountains. It's a beautiful spot to climb. The views are stunning. So I'm just gonna gather everything to get climbing right now. We're nervous.
Nervous?
Yeah.
That's good.
Unless you want me to lead it first.
No, I feel like I'm like,
You wanna.
I want to.
I do.
Yeah.
Oh, I love you. I'm so happy I can facilitate this for you.
I actually want to, even though I'm fucking
Nervous. But that just shows that it's gonna be like a great experience. Push your comfort zone a little. We're gonna go lead climbing. Actually, Maddie's gonna lead climb first.
I'm gonna lead climb for the
How
first
are you
time.
feeling?
I'm pretty nervous, but I'm also excited, and I want this. I want to do it. I want to test my comfort zone
So proud of you.
in a safe way.
Maddie is setting up the anchor systems up there. I'm about to top rope this climb behind me, and then I'm gonna lead it after that. Maddie just led it, and she crushed it. Now I'm gonna do it.
You're taking ass over.
Okay, I finished top rope. Now I'm gonna lead it. I'm really scared, even though I know I can
Sounded
do
so
it.
chill about it. Like, no big deal.
No big deal, but I'm
terrified.
For so long, fear was the biggest thing standing between me and some of my biggest goals. I was afraid of getting injured. I was afraid of criticism. I was afraid of imperfection. But learning to overcome fear has been probably one of the most fulfilling and liberating things. So I thought I would share some of the ways that I have persevered past my fear and beyond my limiting beliefs. For a long time, I felt shame around my fear. I wanted to be brave and courageous, and I thought that my fear took away from that. So one of the first steps for me has been to accept my fear and understand the mechanisms behind it. It has been so helpful to realize that fear is an evolutionary response, and it's not necessarily bad that we feel it. It's actually good and valuable in a lot of ways. Like with climbing, for example, it makes sense that I fear climbing in some way or the other because one of the first times I ever bouldered, I broke my ankle climbing. So my body's communicating with me. Now when I climb, I get adrenaline and I get anxiety, and it's telling me, hey, be careful, be on edge. Like, remember last time you did this, you broke your ankle. And it's really just communicating because it perceives something as a threat to your health or survival. But in my logical brain, I know that I can climb safely. I've been practicing since then. I know all of the rope management skills and the climbing skills. So after I've acknowledged and accepted the validity of my fear, then I create small actionable goals to kind of move out of my comfort zone within it. For climbing, I've been taking lead falls in the gym in a controlled setting. I've been controlling the falls. I've been choosing to fall, and I fall like an inch above the last quick draw, and then I fall a couple inches above the last quick draw, and I'm just taking bigger and bigger falls on lead. And the same happened with bouldering when I was in Colorado. I took a lot of bigger falls and just really pushed myself out of my comfort zone in that area. I just see so much growth, and I see that it's taking bigger falls for me to get that same adrenaline rush that in the beginning I would just do a tiny little fall and I'd be freaking out. And with every single safe fall that I take, a controlled fall where I'm not injured after and I'm not hurt, I feel like it's sending a message to my body that this is safe, this is okay, I'm going to be safe after this, there's no reason to be afraid.
That's exactly how I felt right when I got to where you are.
Sorry!
And like, if you do this, I don't think so. But it worked.
I think that this logic can also be applied to so many different things, but one thing that comes to mind is traveling in a van. I get so many messages of people saying that they're afraid to travel in a van, they're afraid to travel solo, they're afraid to just be on the road in a new state that they've never been to. It's such a different way of life that they're not familiar with, and there's some fear attached to that. The same way that I made goals for climbing, I think you could also make goals for traveling and for van life. Like, you could start with a 4-day road trip or even a 2-day road trip and then build up from there. Then you could do a week, then you could do a month, and then you could go full time if that is a goal in the end for you. In the beginning, of course, your body is going to have some level of fear because this is an unfamiliar lifestyle. You've never done this before, you've never been to these places before. So it's completely natural and understandable that your body might react a certain way to this change of environment and lifestyle. But with time and as you persevere and continue, your comfort zone is going to expand. You're going to become familiar with life on the road, and you're not going to feel that fear and that anxiety anymore. Like, I certainly don't. It takes more for me to feel that fear while traveling in the van than it did when I first started this journey many years ago. Thank you so much for this meal. What's in it?
A lot.
The sauce looks good.
That's a plum sauce.
Did you make it yourself?
But I mixed ingredients together to make it.
So you made it yourself?
But I bought hoisin sauce or plum sauce.
And that's the main part of it.
Mm-hmm. And then in the stir fry, there's squash, cauliflower, tofu, and carrots. And then I kind of fried the mushrooms separately because I was like, let's be fancy. Mm-hmm. And then I massaged the kale in salt and lime. Mm. And then there's avocado sprouts. your beets, the plum sauce.
This is incredible.
There's a lot going on.
It's interesting because last night we made a Buddha bowl too, but these are so different. Like, I feel like I'm eating a totally different meal, you know?
Yeah, I think that's something I really like about us is I think we use different flavors with our meals, and I would love to swap our primary ingredients.
Yeah, teach me.
Yeah, you teach me.
Hand me my crystal box. I'm going to show you right now. I'm like so excited.
I'm ready.
Shut. Okay.
Wow! Whoa! Whoa! These are so cool. I love this. Wow, and then look at all the quartz.
Okay, are you ready for tier 2?
I don't know. Okay, I'm ready. Ding. Oh, it looks so good.
Yeah,
it
right?
looks so good. Oh, look at how cute that is. It's like sticking out.
That is cute. I love ones like that.
I love that we owned gun cases.
Yeah, maybe we should keep it in front row and paint a gun on the front instead of mountains. It's so funny. Whenever we bought those gun cases, it's from Harbor Freight, and I don't know why everybody in the store was just so like, they just looked like people who'd carry guns, and then we just come in all girly, and we had just taken showers at the gym, like
wearing a mini skirt.
we're buying gun cases, and he's like, you guys aren't buying this for guns, are you? And we're like, no. And he's like, oh, you're buying it for cameras? And we're like,
Yeah.
sure, yeah, I
Totally.
guess. It's really just for our crystals.
I feel like I just didn't want to spend the time explaining, you know.
So yeah, I think those are all of my tips for traveling and overcoming your fear surrounding traveling or really anything. I genuinely think that fear is the biggest thing that holds us back from so much in life. And it also correlates with your comfort zone, which I think getting out of your comfort zone and persevering beyond your fear and your limiting beliefs is single-handedly the best thing you can do for yourself, or at least it's the best thing I did for myself. So I hope that this video helps. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up because it really supports my channel, and subscribe because I post videos every 3 days on Wednesdays and Sundays. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.